I'll go live. Hello and welcome to Gutter Stars. This is session 11 or something, I guess, technically. But we're in the midst of a new adventure, having arrived at a wrecked Nautiloid out in the stars of this system of Brawl Space or Spiral Space, and our crew of mercenaries and scavengers. Hello and welcome. Looking to Alex, I just echoed.
Sorry, I was checking your
on.
Yeah, it's fine.
So yeah, someone watched their echo. No, don't worry. We have sailed through space across to a particular point and are about to loot it, I guess. Hopefully, this is on the outermost. Is it the second ring? This is on the outermost, but I think it's on the grey. On the grey ring, and which is fairly abandoned otherwise. Yeah, I think all that happened last time in terms of being in space was that you found an asteroid which you thought you might come back to. You marked its rough orbit, and to a later time, you finish up your base with a eloping couple, an aristocratic elf, and yes, Alphonse Remmington-Smythe III. Got Beej playing Flynn Manley, who is a swashbuckler. The Mage, of course, is a fighter. Of Alex playing Teamorin, who is a Invoker, a War Wizard, and Jamie is playing Xeethra, the elf who is a fighter / magic user. And we may or may not have someone join us. Tom Stype is not able to be with us. He'll be back next time. But yeah, guys, if you need healing at the ship, you can go and get Stype to help you.
Right.
Stype is available for spellcasting. And you also have your NPC ally and pilot, Jackson Star, whose ship you are flying on, the Star Sail.
I think calling it a ship is a bit generous.
It has a cabin. A small.
You're breaking up a bit, Owen.
Come along your spell. I shouldn't. I believe you if I am, but I shouldn't be. I can very quickly switch over if needs be to my phone.
Might be worth it.
Yeah. Cool.
So, night falls.
And an awkward silence begins.
I guess we should take this moment to come up with some rough plans. We know we're headed towards an Nautiloid. There might be many awful things within. Hopefully not including Mind Flayers, but you know. Oh, was that Owen?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yeah. I'll probably just turn you up a bit.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So, hi, Daniel. The crinkling might have been just working out the sound issue. Tell us if it's still crinkling or not.
Crinkling might have also come from me.
Yeah. The crinkling of Chris back.
Yes.
just into the microphone directly. You monster. So yes, you've arrived, as I say, at the wrecked Nautiloid. You have dropped out of spelljamming speed because kind of like millions of miles an hour, but a day kind of speed drops at that point, basically, when you're close to another object. And because you can spelljam an AU, an astronomical unit, per day, if you're not interfered with the interest. But yes, you've arrived here and you have come alongside, and you see that the top layers of this, the top decks of this Nautiloid have been ripped off, smashed off in some way. See if I can get a picture of a Nautiloid. But yeah, you can see that there is a significant hole in sort of the top of the shell. It's a shell, it's a snail shell from which comes at the bottom you have coming out a kind of long extension which has a ram on it, and deck and stuff, and that looks like the trademark tentacles of an illithid. So, yeah.
Do we have an entrance? How are we getting on?
I guess more importantly, can we tell if its air envelope is still intact?
It should command its own air, which I guess is whether or not it's fouled.
It would be really embarrassing if we came all this way and it didn't have an atmosphere and we didn't prepare for that at all.
It'd be unusual to something to totally lose an atmosphere. That's different to it being fouled. Yeah, there's a requirement to check if it's fouled or not. No, I don't think you have any specialist equipment for that.
I'm going to add some budgies to the shopping list.
Yeah, Welsh miners would use a canary, so you could
throw something on fire and then see if it goes out from the lack of oxygen.
Oh, yeah, that's a good plan.
So you're saying to set a canary on fire?
yeah.
Only option.
Yeah, I can't think of any other ways to do this. So this is roughly what a Nautiloid looks like. Yeah, Daniel does say that the crinkling's better, but he did literally think someone was just eating potato chips. So it might have been Alex.
Yeah, it was 100%. I muted the Discord, but then I realised I'm the one.
Oh, it actually
tonight,
was
so.
you monster. You're ruining the stream. My channel's going to get banned.
for the crisps, not for any of you.
Yeah, for the crisps. No. So yeah, can you see this is a Nautiloid? This is the exterior for one. But you see the kind of top of the shell up there above the tooth sphincter.
You know what that mouth reminds me of, Owen?
Reminds me of
Amore.
Yeah. Like sort of like a lamprey.
A lamprey. An eel.
Yeah. But yes, above that is sort of stoved in and smashed in, and you can see that there is, I think that the deck from which the tooth sphincter is coming out onto what looks like a battle deck of some kind, is exposed to space. That doesn't vent all the air. That's not how air works. It's not how gravity works either. In terms of like gravity plane runs alongside runs on the beam of a ship, and the air pocket, it doesn't vent out based on pressure. The air pocket is created by the mass essentially. Hence why you get a week per ton or whatever your ship. So yeah, that's what you can see. get some.
So, I guess we could go into the big cracked shell area on the boat, pretty much, if it's the right size. Or we could make Owen say sphincter a whole bunch of more times and approach that end.
I think first we go onto the main deck. That's our entrance point. Kind of maneuver our boat alongside so we can just board easily.
Yeah.
And then send whoever thinks they can hold their breath the longest across with a lit torch to make sure it's safe to breathe, and then figure it out from there.
It's times like this that I really miss having an auto gnome.
I'll
Well,
happily go
hey,
over.
we'll bully Phil into being available at some point to drop in first.
Yeah.
Oh, we really want you back. Oh, what? Because you enjoy playing with me because you're my friend. No. Just you play an auto gnome, and we need you to go into the fatal environment first.
Can we?
This is in the anomalous subsurface environment game around for many years. My wife's character was a robot, and they were like, "Could you put this probably radioactive thing in your chest? Could you go into this gassy room? Could you go and mess around with this mold?" Stuff like that. That was a very regular strategy.
Well, I guess I'll go. Because no one else is volunteering.
Godspeed.
Oh well, I think Xeethra was suggesting dropping fire in, wasn't he?
Well, I don't know how accurately we could throw a torch, but if someone just holds their breath and takes a torch across.
Right.
Mm.
If my eyes start to bulge out of their sockets, please pull me back on.
Yep.
Yeah.
If my head
we can have two
explodes.
ropes around you, that helps.
Let's tie two ropes around him just to be sure.
Yeah, this is the major.
Yeah.
Yes, that Stype kind of rubs his hands together and kind of prepares to be the bowline man, kind of anchor man.
I see no problem with
yeah.
that plan.
Do you have your own torches, Mage, or do you need one?
I do not have my own torches. I bought a lantern instead.
I think probably a torch is better for this.
It would definitely be better for this purpose, yes.
Yeah. Okay, I will give you a torch. I'll take that off my sheet.
Torch weighs 1 pound, Major.
Yeah.
Okay. So is the torch?
Yeah, you can light the torch. I assume someone has tinder.
Yeah. What do you think?
I assume. Yeah,
lit
I'm
when
actually
we
Gil
move
does.
deck?
Yeah. So then, Jackson can get pretty close because your ship is small. This is like it is a pinnace. You'll come up alongside. Are you coming onto the shattered open top, or are you going down onto the battle deck with the sphincter teeth?
Huzzah!
Major Tom Thumb arrives enthusiastically.
Well, I think Alex said he wanted to get on via the. Oh, great! That's gonna happen. 1 second.
I think the main deck, yeah. Because that seems like an easier way of exiting as well.
Steer hard to port.
Yeah. Hi, Simon. We are the pictures and stuff are up on Roll20. But
Just
yeah,
logging them out.
don't worry. You come alongside the Nautiloid, and by main deck, do you mean the main open shattered deck, or do you mean the kind of bit further down?
Oh, we're in the Nautiloid.
The bit nearest the sphincter.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's see if we can get the stream demonetized for yet again.
There's nothing
Well, I
wrong
was
with the
going
word
to say,
sphincter.
Daniel was saying we're going to get demonetized for blasphemy, so I guess
Blasphemy.
vile language is the next step.
Being utterly debased.
Yeah, I did one stream of Prince and Mine. Daniel was saying was demonetized after the fact, and I'm fairly
Nothing
sure I
wrong
was
with
going
the
to
word
say
sphincter.
Prince was being disgusting. Yeah, great. So you can go to there. Let's
Let's see. Checking. Checking where we are. Yeah, so here, technically you're on part of the remains of one of the decks that's been kind of smashed up, but you can, this is the full observer post in the scout deck. So, yeah, I don't know. Spelljammer PC tokens. I won't have them for all of these characters. These sorts of people else. So, there you go, Major. You have arrived there. Can you? Everyone see that? Everyone see
Yeah.
the area of revealed dungeon?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. So you can see this bit is so you land on here and you look as you kind of come in and look. You can see below you to the open deck that's open to the sky. Across from you, there is a kind of broken up area of of the what's it called, of the ship.
All right.
To just not you actually on the other side technically. So let's just do that. Okay. You are here. You can see those steps. One half of those are smashed, the other half is not. Opposite from you, there is what that looks like there's some gizmos, completely shattered and smashed gizmos and contraptions and stuff, but it's all almost beyond recognition, just like broken bits of metal and ceramic and things like that, and glass. Below you, you can see down to another area in the ship. Yeah, you can see.
Well, yeah, I seem to be breathing, so I guess you guys can come on in.
Yep, the torch does not go out.
Big thumbs up to the other guys,
As his head explodes.
who really also going to come aboard with me.
I'll dramatically swing over. Inexplicably, there's like a rope that lets me swing over automatically.
There's like 2 feet gap between the two ships, and someone else is
but I have to make it look good though.
Who is watching? Looks good for who?
Yeah, you actually do really want to use ropes to get down because throwing yourself off can just mean you end up floating in space.
Yeah.
You need to be captured by the kind of gravity well of the ship you're coming onto.
I have a dagger between my teeth also, for no reason. To be Major, you'll also see below you the middle battle deck, which has as you look round and as other people come on board, I guess you'll see there look like below you there are some chewed up there's kind of chewed up figures, and there's some tangled ballistae there.
Okay.
So there's something down there. You can also see below you where the stairs come down into another deck of some kind.
Anyone have any preferences?
I think we should be methodical with it. My instinct says go all the way up and then work our way down. Because the top half will be probably where the helm is, where crew would have kept, so it would be presumably less dangerous there. and then the hold will probably be, where they'd have kept any kind of creatures, slaves, that kind of
creatures.
slave creatures,
Creature slaves.
buckets of brains.
No, you keep those in the pantry.
I think you'd probably keep the pantry would probably be below deck. Though. Like you don't want to, have your pantry right next to your bedroom. Do Mind Flayer sleep?
I mean, I strongly disagree, but let's go with that plan.
But yeah,
If Andrew were a mind flayer,
Obviously, you want to have the bedroom close to the pantry for midnight snacking.
But does that logic apply to creatures that eat brains?
I mean, I don't see why not, although I'm not admitting to anything.
You've admitted to plenty, Andrew.
And I have paid for it. Right,
what's our march order? Because we've not got who are we missing still?
Stype and Jackson will be on the boat, I guess.
It's still Stype missing then.
I should be right behind the Major because I've got, I need to get into melee quickly.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess we would probably need to worry about light. So the question is, who's going to carry light?
I'm already carrying a torch.
Yeah, but I forget how do you fight? Do you need two hands for fighting, or are you okay with only one?
I will either be using a crossbow or my face. I need 2 hands for a crossbow. I need no hands for my face because it's my face.
I mean, I can have a free hand because I fight with a bastard sword. So.
I mean, yeah, technically I do have a censored sword as well, but.
Isn't that like?
I don't know. It's slow. It takes a while to draw, and it doesn't do that much more damage usually, unless it's. So.
Yeah.
Unless it's something large. So yeah.
I mean, Gil's happy to carry a torch for you, so you have the option of crossbow.
Gil does carry
a torch for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bomb.
Oh, right.
You may carry a torch. I will get my crossbow out and have it ready loaded then.
Yeah.
I could expand so the squares actually snap fit. I don't know, it's like 2.5 per square or something, but it'll become very, very fuzzy if we do that.
Yeah, I don't really need to worry about that much. It's not like we're playing Pathfinder or something like
3.5 derivatives.
3.5 derivative. Don't need to worry about flanking that much.
Does Tom, Thumb, or Xeethra want to be up the front as well because they are tough?
I feel like
all your characters should be controllable by you. I will for the 2 elves. I'll sort you out tokens for next time.
I'll happily be at the front.
I feel like
I'd rather not be.
Well, if Gil's carrying the torch, then Gil being third makes sense, and we want at least someone tough at the back in case we get ambushed.
I could take up the rear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roughly, this is the march order. Does that look?
Yeah, it looks about right.
Yep.
So Tom and Xeethra at the back, Major at the front, Flynn second, Gil's third, something like that.
Naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Stype will prep his sling and the boarding pike. Jackson will hold a boarding pike at the starsail to protect from anyone who comes to steal the ship. Great. So there's one stairwell which you can go down, or you can jump down. It's up to you. Yeah.
And there also are these stairs leading down?
They are smashed.
Right. Was this the one where the lamprey door was? Or was that the other deck?
The lamprey door is below you.
Right.
So this is just a deck that is open to the sky. Like this is the observer deck.
Right. So we
You've
have
got a weapons deck below you.
So we have either jump down the stairs, jump down the, I assume there's some kind of grating or something, given we can see down to here.
Yeah, that's open. These stairs are intact.
Right. And then there's also the open deck. How do I do? Oh, ruler. Yeah. There's also this open deck leading towards these doors, right?
Yeah. So this area opposite is visible, but as I say, they're kind of thoroughly smashed, and the floor is broken up. So that is also on the same level as you.
Yeah.
I see. Should we inspect this before we go down?
May as well.
Yeah. So you're looking across. Yeah. What you will be able to see is it looks like there's basically some sort of equipment here. If that makes it, as it is, it wasn't kind of an empty area. It wasn't a table. It looks like there's some sort of. You're probably not. None of you are probably familiar with it. Depends if you have NWPs. There are several chairs or boxes or something that appear to be like they look like helms. They have been ruined, but they have some sort of connection between them. You can see that there's tubes connecting them via headsets. Where the headset of the helm is, those are connected together.
Does that sound like valuable salvage, or?
It sounds like something I am not putting on my head.
No.
I mean, if you want to try picking them, how would we pick them up if they're all networked together? Just rip the whole thing out?
We'd probably have to rip, some of the pipes out. But the question is that worth it? Like, is a broken helm something worth salvaging? Is there, like, bits in there that are valuable, or is it something that's...
Not necessarily. There might be some materials in there that are of value, but it's you wouldn't.
Is there any copper cabling?
Yeah.
Well, there is the cabling connecting the headsets. So there's literally cabling.
Probably not worth the effort then.
No. Yeah, this isn't Dark Sun. We don't have to rip out the fixtures and fittings because they're the most valuable pieces. Downstairs?
Downstairs.
Okay, I will scream once for danger, twice if it's safe.
3 times if it's a party. Great. So you see you are now over here on this left-hand area. Mage, remember I'm going to assume your 1 turn into your
Torch.
Your torch, as I will not be too punitive about the...
Okay. I think I handed it back to Gil at this point.
Gil. So yeah, you're 1 turn. So there we go. Proper water should be cleared. That you've kind of arrived at the bottom of those stairs. There's a further set of stairs going down, which is intact. There are doors heading out to the battle deck, which you saw above from the observer deck. And in this area, you can see there's just kind of small doors out to side viewing platforms of some kind. There is wreckage from above scattered around here, though it's not as far as you can see hold the deck here, but where, say, the very top of the north point has completely been smashed and where the second area has been somewhat smashed. That's obviously something that's just fallen through here. You can see also a door to your east and a ladder to your east, which is going up towards where the helms are.
So we have rooms with like viewing platforms on the sides there and there.
Yeah.
This is the staircase we came down in the middle. And
your staircase at the side. This central staircase goes down again.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
And then
this
we have
is going
the
down,
weapons deck.
and that one, yeah. And then you've got you've got a weapons deck over here, which you saw from above. Yeah, Daniel says that ripping out the copper cabling is very Axe, ACKS, which, I'm not sure. They haven't got to floor tiles in Dark Sun yet, but they do like finding their scrap metal. So, yeah, with the next, where next?
Weapons deck? I guess Ballista are probably worth nabbing.
Yeah. And I thought like creepy squid ballista.
I mean, even then, like, you know, if there's only one, if even if they're not worth it, they might be worth having. You know, because we basically got like a tugboat or something, right?
Okay, let's have a look.
What do you mean?
Okay, I will go in and have a look.
Okay.
Hello?
The doors are openable. You come out and you'll be able to see the starlight outside. There are some dead bodies here, which is encouraging. Yeah. You can see, there are, the Ballista are tangled and smashed up, but two of them look utterly wrecked. One looks less wrecked. There are 6 corpses, which look like they've been cut up or chewed or something. They're quite small, these ones. 3.5 foot tall or so.
Halflings or?
You shout to Stype. These are like halflings. They are. What if you're inspecting the corpses? Is that what you're doing, Gil?
Yeah, I guess probably like roll one over with a foot so I can see its face.
They look like small scaled creatures. They are not heavily dressed.
Kobolds?
Some sort of slave.
No, kobolds are smaller than that.
I mean, they're clearly some kind of crew rather than whatever wrecked the ship.
I guess. Well, we should check like they've been like ripped to bits, basically. Just check like their heads, make sure they've still got brains.
None of their brains has been thoroughly excavated. In some cases, the skulls have cracked, but the brains have not been sucked out.
Yeah, I think that's a good assumption then, that they were.
Yeah,
these are not the attackers.
Ate them, but not the mind flayers. Isn't that a nice thought?
What could have caused these injuries? I guess none of us are very medical, but we could probably hazard a guess at what kind of. Does it look? I don't know, like weapon injuries, or more like something like a sharp asteroid hit them.
These look like their flesh has been torn by something.
Like something grabbed them by the arm and ripped them apart.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Keep an eye out for large, hairy humanoids.
I mean, I was going to say velociraptors, but okay.
Clever girl.
Velociraptor, Wookiee. What's really the difference?
Well, they're both birds, right?
Well, when you see one book in front of you, there's another one behind you.
Yeah.
Well, I think you said one of these ballistas might be at least in salvageable quality rather than completely knackered.
Yeah.
Anyone got a crowbar? A hacksaw?
Didn't we buy a crowbar before we left?
Oh, I did say I bought a crowbar, didn't I? I probably
you did.
actually overpaid for it because I couldn't.
Oh yeah, you got like a full sized one, like a massive one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know how we're gonna get this back to the boat, but I could probably
rip
the floorboards out.
It's an open deck, so presumably we can just once we're ready to go, just ask Jackson to come fly around this side and we'll just load it on.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can use ropes as well to.
Yeah. Or we could just fling it out into space and catch it later.
You're also, I should say, it is not actually incredibly heavy. It's though it's mounted, it has kind of bolts rammed through it, screwed into the deck.
Mhm.
It's a light ballista. It's fairly light construction.
Mm.
Well, it only has bolts holding it in for now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's why you have a pry bar with you.
Speaking of bolts, is there any ammunition around?
Yes, there are.
Oh, excellent.
There are at least a few rounds by each of the remaining ones.
I mean, actually, hang on. What is the weight of this small ballista?
Looks about 60 pounds.
Okay, probably slightly impractical then.
What, to use it as a weapon? Just walk around with a small ballista.
And then set it on like a turret when you want to attack something.
I mean,
I do
honestly,
have
that
weapon
sounds awesome.
proficiency in ballista.
You have proficiency in ballistas.
It was an option, so I took it.
Excellent.
Tom is like, Major, you carry it. I'll load it. The Major create like a platform for it.
I think
It
we've
feels like
discovered.
something from StarCraft.
Well, that's literally a Pratchett thing, isn't it? Like Detritus,
Yeah.
the troll guardsman had the
I mean, that's what I was thinking, but we appear to have become a Skaven weapons team instead, so
Yeah.
tripod mounted. In any case, yep, you guys watch my back and I'll start prying the bolts out, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
I'm assuming I'll want some
Yep,
kind
sure.
of check.
I wouldn't have thought so. I mean, it's
Okay.
a strength check. Your strength is 18 or something. I bet, because what you're doing is you're spending 10 minutes presumably ramming a pry bar into these bolts and just leaving them up.
Yeah.
So yeah. Could someone roll a d6 for me?
Yeah, that's what I was
I
expecting.
guess Alex.
Yeah, I'll go first. Wow. That is a 2.
Yeah. So yes, you will spend 10 minutes. So that's the end of your third turn. I make it. No, fourth turn in fact, isn't it? Yeah, fourth turn. Because one up on the scout deck.
Yeah.
One looking around that in a room. One looking out here. One ripping stuff up. So yeah, that's 4 turns. And you have a loose ballista that you can also. You can probably salvage like 20 bolts.
Oh, actually,
as well.
Whilst the Major's doing that, could I spend some time checking if this small creatures have anything to loot?
Yeah, you may.
Brilliant.
They do not. They've got like one of them has a little necklace of bone teeth or something.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yep. Yeah, you haven't. You can take the player out of the dark sun, but you can't take the dark sun out of the player.
Right.
I'll put it in a museum or something.
Even if I am carrying the ballista and 20 bolts, I'm still technically only heavily encumbered.
Well, if you want, given that this is open to space, as in this is actually a battle deck, Jackson could kind of rudder down.
Yeah,
if you want, and you just load it. You just load it onto the star sail.
Yeah.
How do we signal him? Like, can we just wave a torch and he'll see, or do we have to shout to him?
I mean, you can probably. Yeah, if you're outside, you probably wave a torch. You can shout him if you're within shouting distance.
I don't think shouting to him's a good idea.
Gil's like, where are we quiet?
Everyone think quietly, okay?
Yeah, the star sail can take 500 pounds cargo capacity, or you can start throwing passengers off.
Well, this is only £60 plus whatever the bolts cost the way.
Yeah. I was going to say this would be like £80 or something, right?
Yeah, I assumed the bolts for 1 each when I was calculating the weight.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Well, that if you think that they're probably pretty similar size and stuff. This is a light ballista. They're probably similar to darts. They're probably slightly longer, but they're not going to be massive because you're not really getting the force from them from their weight, are you? You're just the fact you can actually fire them quickly and they have a big heavy metal end, like all the weight is in the end.
Okay.
A dart weighs half a pound, so I think he's weighing a pound. Is probably good, isn't it?
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, shall I make a note that we've put that on the ship then, or?
Yep.
I mean, I've noted it as well, but it can't hurt if multiple of us remember.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So, yeah.
Do we want to check out the observation deck? So,
yeah, I guess we should be sensible about it. Like, just pick it, clear everything before we go down further.
Yep.
also, I know what I'm spending the Mage's pocket money on when we get back to town.
Is it a monkey wrench?
No, it's a turret.
An anti-illicit hat.
Oh, I'm already wearing a helmet.
Yeah. So, are you... Are you saying you're checking the ventral observers? Is that the idea?
Isn't there like little...
Yep. Those two, then.
Yeah.
Yep. They. You can start heading back through, and I guess you can check those out. Whilst, to be fair, probably while you're putting stuff up, they can look through. They're quite shallow. You can see they're kind of 5 foot deep or something. They are just spotting stations, really.
Yeah.
They're not battle stations. There's no one on either of these.
Do we dare go down into the hold?
Yes.
Damn it.
We need more stuff. We do. A ballista's nice, but we're not going to come all this way just for one ballista.
Yeah.
All right. Down the stairs then.
Lead
Oh,
on,
this
Major.
is the mysterious door, unless that's the door unless that's the same thing. I'm just not.
That isn't. Yeah, that's. I described that, but I realised I hadn't properly revealed it. There was a door on the eastern side of the room, isn't
Yeah. Why don't we finish this deck first before going down the stairs?
Yes, I didn't realise there was another door. I remember there was a ladder, but given the ladder doesn't.
The ladder goes back up.
Yeah.
With the scout deck, and presumably you'd then be able to, if it was still there, you'd be able to get up to the command station. But there's not very much command station left at this point.
Yeah. No, that's it.
Yes. So yeah, there is that door there. Looking at it, though it hangs shut, it actually looks like it's hanging shut because one of the hinges is ripped, so it's kind of fallen forward into the frame.
So I'm not a forensics expert or anything, but this looks bad, right?
I think you should headbutt it open.
Does it look like someone's tried to tear the door off its hinges, or tried to break the door down already, or?
It looks like something's made impact with the door.
Yeah.
Something.
We've seen bodies that have been torn apart and possibly eaten, given that you mentioned cracks in the skulls.
Or it might
big
just be.
hole in the command deck. The doors have been hit hard by something.
Shall we go and listen at the door?
Does it look like something like big hit the door, like the mage's head, or something smaller, like a fist or a hammer, or something in between?
I've told you it's the unit of measurement.
An absolute
something in between,
unit of
maybe.
measurement.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, something fairly hard and heavy. The door is heavy wood. Like it's very heavy wood, and it's been cracked slightly, but it hasn't completely shattered. The point is that the frame swung off, obviously, rather than the door itself. But yeah, I think pretty heavy hit it.
Yeah.
Are there such things as space trolls or something, like things that
They have a space troll.
things that just are there creatures that are big and dangerous and can survive floating through the void and could potentially have just landed on a
I don't know if any of you have the expertise on that. I mean, you hear all kinds of legends of these things. They could be.
I mean,
space troll.
How can there not be space monsters?
Oh yeah.
The door which is buckled, is it buckled in towards us or out away from us?
So it opens in, and it looks like it's fallen back against the frame. So it's been knocked in some way, and then has swung back or been closed or something.
So can we open it, or
Okay.
do I have to finish? Or do I have to finish knocking it in?
It does not appear to be locked. It is not properly set into the frame. Like it's not latched either.
I will kick it down.
I think
Yep.
we should open the door first.
I think the Mage has decided Xeethra.
Jesus. I'm glad I'm back of the group.
Yes, Xeethra. You see Xeethra climbing the rope back up to the start sail. That's a lot. Yeah. Farewell, he says. Yeah. So.
I thought I muted that bloody thing.
What, Xeethra? Don't talk about Xeethra.
There's a Alexa announcement thing that keeps happening, and I thought I'd actually muted it so it wasn't interrupting things. There we go.
So yeah,
Now the
you look in here, and what you can see is this is it's really, there's furnishings of a sort. Stuff doesn't look terribly familiar necessarily, but there are a variety of rectangular and cubic blocks, both cubes and the more rectangular shapes, with divots or kind of scoops in them. They're about 2 or 3 feet high, and there is a torn piece of paper on one of the walls facing inward towards the deck. There is also in the centre, kind of next to one of these metal blocks, there is what looks like a fallen figure, and there is some glassware, some smashed, some intact, in between the various metal blocks, which are kind of
I mean, we have a
which
wizard.
are kind of in a
readable object.
semicircle. Yeah, I mean, if you want to,
That's your purpose.
Sorry.
you have 2 wizards. You've got an invoker and a fighter magic user. So yeah, does anyone else want to enter the room?
Yeah, I'll enter. So there are these divots. What were the divots on? Sorry.
So there's like little metal cubes here, and rectangular ones as well. So both kind of ones that are cubes, and then ones which are sort of like 1 by 2, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like 2 feet, 3 feet high, depending on the one. And they've kind of got shapes. It's hard to kind of quite say, but like, and there's no markings anywhere else, but there are kind of shapes cut into or scooped into the top. They look like not damaged necessarily. It could be damaged, but it's not like, they've been chopped out. But like just smooth divots.
How long are they relative to the bodies we saw?
The 2 by 1s are about 6 foot long, and the cubes are about 3 foot long.
I'll tap on one of them, see if it sounds hollow.
It sounds fairly solid. It doesn't sound hollow. They look like they are bolted underneath. Like they don't move when you tap it. It looks like it is set into the deck somehow.
What kind of?
I wonder if it's really douchey furniture.
I mean,
I'm going to strike one with my sword.
Yeah, it rings. It sounds like metal. It sounds very solid. As I said, it doesn't move.
Does it make the sound of a perfect middle C?
A puzzle begins based around keys, and no, it kind of makes a dull thud. And there's given you've each hit it, a couple of hit it. It tings slightly, but it's not incredibly clear or anything.
I will examine the piece of paper on the wall.
So, from what you can see, and I guess all of you can look at it, it is. By the way, it is dark in here, so you've got. I think you're now on your last turn of your torch. Yeah, it looks like there's some remains of a torn, star chart drawing. It's not actually a chart, but it's a kind of sketch of the system. And then there are some figures or characters or something in a script probably none of you recognise, which, yeah. But there's a lot of it is torn, and you can see like there are what look like claw marks or something in the wood here. I guess.
There was enthusiastic redecorating being done here.
Tom, Gil, Flynn, anything you want to inspect?
What size are these divots? Do they look like, they have some relationship to perhaps the size of a brain or a head?
Yeah, on the long ones, it looks. Probably none of these are head shaped. They're sort of on the smaller ones. There's sort of just a not quite round, like an oval divot, just in the top of it, covers much of the top of it. On the longer one, it is slightly differently shaped, and kind of is continuous for a period, and then there's a break, and then there's then a small divot further along.
Do the shapes in the divots seem to correspond directly to anywhere on the map?
No, not. I mean, it's just they didn't look like a star system. Simon or Beach? Any action? Any inspection?
I'm going to try and keep watch for any dangers.
Yeah,
come out
I
since
am
someone else
also
needs to be-
just staying alert, staying frosty.
My instinct is that there was something here, and that who or whatever has broken in has taken it.
Yeah, I think we've missed a party and there's nothing of value, but we won't know.
But the only bodies we've seen are the reptile creatures, right?
So far.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's pretty suspicious. Like, if there was some sort of violent thing here, you'd expect to find the original crew.
Yeah. Well, there is a fallen figure in this room.
Oh, is that?
Yeah. Remember, I said there's glassware, some broken, some intact. Fallen figure.
Yeah. We should look at that. Andrew appears to have fallen offline, so yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of
Major
figure?
touch everything. The Major touches everything. He dies.
What kind of figure? How big?
So you sit around. It is a quite tall robed figure with a large cranium. The remains partly disappeared, partly removed, it seems, of tentacles.
I think we found part of the crew, guys.
Sounds lovely.
Yeah,
crew.
I'll I guess once again roll it over with a foot, try and find what injuries. Like, some of its tentacles are missing, did you say?
Yeah, it looks like large sections of his body have been ripped off.
Delightful. Delectable.
Yeah. And they'd be ripped off, and are they like just lying about, or are they missing?
Missing.
So that's concerning.
I'd like to look for any pouches or pockets in his clothing.
Yep, you may. You do, and you will find there is a small pouch on his belt, or on the belt of the belt in the robe.
What's jingle?
Jingle, jingle. which it has some small, everything kind of they're shaped black metallic lumps. They're not like random lumps. They are shaped or designed. Small. There's 10 of them.
I will take those.
Yeah, kind of cuboid. Hello, Andrew.
You're
Yeah.
dead.
I don't know what happened, but the internet just died. I've switched to my tablet instead.
Cool.
Very
Welcome back.
irritating.
They've just been inspecting a corpse in this room.
Right. Was it divot sized? The divots have a purpose.
I think.
Do the cuboid lumps look similar to the divots?
Do the
cuboid metallic lumps look
No,
similar?
the cuboids are like large D6s. The divots are much larger.
But in
Like
shape
ones
or anything like that?
No, not particularly.
I still like my theory that there was something on the divots and is there no longer. Although we should look at this broken glass, because it's entirely possible this broken glass is what was there.
Yeah.
What is the broken glass?
So there's a couple of things that look, I guess, that kind of distinct things. There are a couple of what you would think, though they're jarring here, I suppose, to you perhaps, but they look like broken hookers, like shisha pipes.
Oh.
We don't need to monetize.
There is. Then that you can see that that there are also mostly broken canisters, but there is one intact canister with a sort of what looks like a sort of rainbow-coloured smoke in it.
Right. Are we going to get demonetized if we say what this looks like?
What, hookers? I mean, I don't think so.
Okay. I don't know what YouTube's terms of service are these days.
Do they have like a list?
40 words.
It's AI, isn't it? No. In this case, you're not allowed to mention a good Mind Flayer Daniel, exactly. The only good Mind Flayer Daniel's chest is a dead one. But no, I don't think they'd be offended by a common Arab cultural item.
I wouldn't be surprised, but okay.
Someone else I heard of got demonetized for mentioning a little chip in someone's armor in a certain way.
Oh dear. They're dash cunning, those chips, aren't they?
Oh dear.
That is a Goons reference for anyone watching. Do your own research.
Right. So, yeah, we just found the drug stash.
What, rainbow
I
smoke?
think this is the most valuable stuff on board, guys. Let's get this skoomer off here and
Yeah.
You turn around and realise that he actually looks less like a high elf and more like a Dunmer.
Oh no, he's a high elf.
Yeah. Everyone's like, Xeethra, we're sick of this joke. It's not funny. It wasn't funny the first time, and this is the 50th time.
It was a joke.
Yeah. I much prefer that nice Tom Thumb, who's like sharpening his sword on the skulls of the corpses that you spotted.
Cool.
I think we should take this step, because, genuinely, it's probably valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really want to speculate on how illithids would fill one of these, but yeah,
What?
it's probably valuable at someone evil.
Fill a... Isn't it a glass sphere or something? Or is there something I've missed?
It's a glass canister.
I mean, they eat brains. This is
8
probably like
inches tall.
it's
Rainbow
probably
coloured
made from
smoke
like
inside.
brain juice.
I mean, they have magic other than eating brains. You know, like, you don't assume that people who eat meat, you know, use meat for all their technology.
Yeah, there's more to them than that, you know.
Like,
They're
I
quite a
don't...
complicated culture, okay? People are always like, ooh, the illithids are eating everyone. They don't eat everyone.
I mean, I don't particularly like them, but you know,
Does remind me of good Jago Cooper. There's some good Jago Cooper documentaries about like lost cultures in America, like the Taino, the Incas, whatever else. And I think in one of them, I think it was the Incas. He was talking about these really bad things that happened during the colonial period. Oh, that is bad. And he's like, it's really sad. These terrible things that happened. And then literally the next thing is like, I'm now coming up to a mountain where they found 10,000 skulls of sacrificed children. You're like, oh man, come on. You're not making me feel bad about this anymore. And that's basically the illithids, isn't it? I love their culture. Like the pyramids are great. Brain eating is a problem. It is problematic. Yeah. Good. So, you can pick it up. Don't want to take it. It's only going to weigh like it will. Let's say it weighs a pound. It might actually weigh less than that. It's a glass canister of smoke.
Okay.
It does have an aperture and a fixture and stuff. So probably that actually really does weigh more than the rest of it combined. Gil, new torch.
new torch. I will strike another torch off.
Yep. Yeah. So where next, Marty?
Well,
Let's go down.
Yeah, deeper and deeper.
Descend.
Deeper into the dungeon. That's not simple. Okay, so you will come down and the torch will light ahead of you because that's supposed to be actually very slightly generous, but the torch will light ahead of you in this area. This is sealed, not open to the sky, whereas the deck above is slightly open to the sky and stuff, obviously. Yeah, you'll see ahead of you there is an open hatch, which you would imagine is into a cargo hold. There's another set of stairs going down next to you. The corridor heads back behind you. You can see there. And goes past the cargo hatch as well ahead of you. Obviously, reset your march order as you want. I'm just going to get a drink 1 second.
Yeah. Where has Demeter gone? I can't see Demeter.
I'm hiding behind someone else.
Oh.
Oh.
Right. Where to next then? So we have, I think there were directions this way, and then cargo hold down and stairs down.
Yeah.
Cargo
hold makes sense.
Well, I
cargo
think
holds contain cargo.
But that will be deeper down, I think. So we want presumably to deal with everything here before we go deeper.
Mm-hmm.
So I think basically either this one or this one first.
If you like.
I guess, I don't know, start at the back and work our way to the front.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. I miss my ballista.
You've had it like 25 seconds.
Yes, and I already miss it. It was so much bigger than a heavy crossbow.
Has no one ever told you, Major, that bigger is not always better?
Yes, but mostly it was people shorter than me.
Hey, if it's big and you're proficient in it, then it is better.
Mhm.
Well, big often means slower, you know.
I mean, I wasn't aware that ballista proficiency was an option, so I didn't take it.
That's not always a problem.
I return. So yes, what do you want to do? What do you wish to do?
I think we're going to start with the back. Start from the back, work our way to the front, and keep on this level until we've cleared it, and then head deeper.
Mhm.
Is- Andrew, could you roll a d6?
Yep. Did that? Oh, okay. It did, yes.
Good rolling.
Would you like me to roll a D100 now?
No. no. We're in the dungeon.
Okay.
Not in the wilderness. So, you come down there. So, yeah, you come out here. I'm assuming this is your rough march order at the moment.
More or less?
So,
Yeah.
let's check. Do you want to roll a d10 out of it?
Yes.
So, yes, you are surprised as from behind you, two large 7-foot tall, hairy, furry creatures rush down the corridor from behind you towards
Oh,
you.
no.
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 I can probably get it right. Check. I'm going to get the right token as well. Though for the fifth edition is guessing at home, this is a good example of art changing. For like, what's this? This monster. This monster.
I don't see it. Oh, nope, there it is.
Oh my.
Is that it? Is that it? George Decay. A wild George Decay. They're not actually that session. They are.
They're flipping enormous.
Yeah, they are. They're not as big as the mate there. So there's that. That is a small comfort. Tom and the mate are pretty much the only people they can reach based on the march order coming down the stairs. I think, assuming. It's 5 foot, so you've gone down single file, so you will be slightly forward of that, but we won't worry about that too much. And they will attack each of you. So, Tom's thumb is not playing Tom. Tom, where are you? We need healing. Yeah, Tom, they miss you. It tries to claw you, and it misses you.
Super.
And the other one, Major, will also try to claw you. And it gets 2 times AC6.
Damn it, AC6 would hit if it was from behind. So yeah. Did you say
No,
behind us?
no, they're not. They're not coming behind you. They're coming to the front because you've come down the stairs, haven't you?
Oh, okay. I was confused.
They've come along a corridor.
In that case, they'll be coming up to me with my shield. So
yeah. No, that's fine. I was going to say, yeah, they've come this way from behind you. They took you by surprise. They've missed. Yeah, great. Okay, they are. Let's give you more.
Do I get bonus while surprised? No, I'm confused as to why I've rolled AC surprised, which is 6 when I don't lose any
Yeah.
Can I use the shield when surprised, basically? I don't understand the rules.
Yes.
Okay.
If your shield is up. If you're assuming your shield is up, then yes, you can.
Right.
The point, surprised AC, they get +1 if that was. So defender surprise, this is not negating your shield. But I guess it does on most shields. So yeah, that will be AC 5.
Oh, AC 5 in that case, yes, they hit.
Okay. But versus a tower shield, for instance, that wouldn't negate the benefit versus missile. So 4 damage as it draws into you. Let's give you more of a description. Long, shaggy white fur or hair. They're not wearing clothes. Yeah.
Can I thrust my blade into one of their bowels?
You can't use the word thrust after Owen says they're naked.
Tom Thumb gets cancelled.
Wow. Thrust this into another man's flesh.
Tooth sphincter. Okay, declare actions. Tom, you are attacking. This is round
I
1.
will attack.
Is that
I will-
long sword, short sword?
It's Scimitar, which has a
Scimitar.
Scimitar, which has a speed of what? 5. Yeah.
Okay, major. Major Remmington-Smythe. What's your action?
I'm saying
Flynn.
headbutt. Okay.
Yeah, natural 3, yeah. Flynn, Gill, Xeethra.
Can I rush over to attack the other one without provoking an opportunity attack?
You need to, I guess. I'm just trying to look at this. Yeah, you're somewhat backed up due to the stairs, aren't you? As if you think you've been streaming up down the stairs. Let's just get the
ally spaces.
Let's just make the mapping very slightly clear. Right?
Are these 10-foot squares?
They're 5-foot squares.
Oh, okay.
You see, yeah. So yeah, you're there, basically, and yeah, essentially, Flynn is just at the bottom of the stairs, and then Gill and Xeethra are on the stairs.
Yeah.
So yeah, move as you want, or as you declare movement as you want. Attacks as you want.
I'll attack the northern one. Double slice. I got a main and offhand.
Yeah. What are the speeds of those? Is that dagger 2, short sword 3? Dagger 2, short sword 3 or something?
Rapier on 4, and then offhand on 6, right? 2 after that.
Yeah. Yeah, great. So yeah, your help, Tom. Gill.
I think Gill will let Xeethra move into melee first, and then if there's room, we'll try and move into melee with one of them. Attack the bastard sword one-handed. If there isn't room, then I guess Gill will just hold back and be ready to reinforce someone if they go down.
Speaking of which, healing potions?
I think we have one. We've not identified it, but we do have an amber potion and a red potion that we looted from the weird guy.
So sorry, Joe, you were saying you will let Xeethra go past you?
Yeah, I'll let Xeethra move, because it looks like there's a space there for one of us, but I don't think there's space for 2 of us, and I think Xeethra can probably do better than me.
Yeah, so are you just waiting?
I'll wait, if it turns out there is a space, if people, shuffle around and I can get into melee, then I will, but otherwise I'm happy to wait, yeah.
And Xeethra, what's your weapon choice?
5. So speed with 5 on sword. Moving up.
stood on the east side of the one in the north.
Yeah. So that. Okay, I'm on initiative. Andrew beat by 6. Is your encounter?
It's a D10, isn't it?
Yep.
Hey.
I beat you 6.
Yep, you do. And that's useful for you, certainly. So third is going to be Tom's scimitar and Xeethra's longsword. Xeethra, feel free to move.
Why am I at natural 6?
You're a large creature. And it's large. Actually, that's point. It's large 3.
The speed for my natural attack is 3. As
okay.
Per the Spelljammer book.
Okay, that's fine. In that case, go at 3. The table 41 optional modifiers for initiative. Large creature, natural weapons is +6.
Okay.
But if it says 3, then go at 3. You go first.
I'm 90% sure that's where I got it from. But
yeah.
But that miss anyway, so yikes.
That misses, yeah. It just nimbly dodges out of the way. Like they're not slight, but they're definitely there's a certain cat-like strength and speed to them. Okay, so scimitar and longsword.
Shall I go?
Yeah.
Yep.
Give me a second. Actually finding my dice. No, nothing.
Yeah, that's going to be like AC.
Yeah. So they simply dodge out of the way of these attacks.
Guys, could you stop sucking, please?
Fact, yeah. Sorry, Flynn. You should roll your attack. You should roll your rapier as well. I was reading the wrong possible thing. So Flynn, make your attacks, I guess. This is the rapier attack.
I think
that hits. Yeah.
Finally.
So as Xeethra and Tom distract, yeah.
This is a medium. Medium.
Yeah. It's large.
Ooh.
Oh, large. Because large is
7
D8.
plus 15.
D8 with a rapier on it. Wow, that's pretty good.
Oh, great. Well.
Yeah, maybe not great this time around.
All right, so this is my offhand. Hey, I think I hit that too.
That will hit, yeah.
This one is not as impressive. Three. So 5 total damage, I guess.
Yep, you bloody it. Let me just. I will use the record that. There we go. Major, I think, because you can alter it, you can alter your own health if you want to make sure your health is recorded.
I have put it on my character sheet. I hadn't put it on my on-screen guide.
So, I think, that I will get to attack now. They're slavering, they're hungry. There's a hunger that only hands can satisfy. Yes, one will try to claw Xeethra. Tom. And that is AC 8 and AC 3 Xeethra. Tom.
The AC 3 is a hit, the AC 8 is not. I roll AC 5.
Yeah. He will do 2 damage to you.
It is but a flesh wound.
You only have 1 hit point, don't you?
Actually, I have 7, so it's not too
You're quite tough. Yeah, you're quite tough.
Yeah.
And the other one will continue trying to claw the Major. But like the taste of his flesh. It's so excited by the prospect of eating the Major that it misses. New turn. Gil, you have more space now. You can decide what you want to do.
Yeah. If
there's 5 foot squares, so.
If there's room, like if people end up shuffling further in, I'll move in. I think probably support the Major and help him attack his.
Yeah, you can come round east of the Major. Do you see that square there?
Oh, yeah.
You can head south and then round. Yeah. In
Around
that case, I would assume, is everyone doing the same as before then?
Yep.
Yep.
Gil
Yes.
is on speed 6 with a one-handed sword.
Yeah. So he's bastard, isn't it? Okay,
Yeah.
B's doing a roll initiative at D10. I get a 2. I am going at 8, so I beat everyone. 2 versus the Major. Claw. Num num num.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Okay. 4 damage, Major.
Oh. Yep, I'm unconscious.
Oh.
Are you on 0?
Yeah.
And versus Tom.
Brutal.
Brutality. I can't kill you. 4 damage. I think that leaves you on one health.
No, I've still got. Yeah, it's 1 health.
Yeah. Okay. From the top, it's going to be Major next. See, if you hadn't sucked so hard, but both Andrew random encountered, got surprised and then missed, and now he's unconscious. So the Major can't do anything.
Yeah.
Flynn, if you're on 0, you're not bleeding. If you're on your 0, you're just unconscious.
Technically, I'm on -1.
So yeah, you'll bleed at the end of this turn.
Okay.
It's -2. But don't worry about that. Just a second. Flynn, rapier. No. Scimitar and longsword, please. Elves assemble.
Oh dear. Let's see if I can actually do something. 18 is a hit.
Yep. Fine hit. D17.
2 damage though, which is not much.
You're fighting the north one, aren't you?
Yes.
So you still got Flynn to come and save your embarrassment if he can hit with his dagger or whatever it is. So yeah, Flynn, dagger, and bastard sword from you, Gil.
Well, yeah.
He's on 6.
I'll let Flynn roll first.
There you go.
Come on, Flynn.
And
yes!
That's how you do it. Yep. That's a dead creature.
Clearly, Flynn Manley is the best of us.
Yeah.
Gil will swing his sword.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sword.
Hits AC 4.
AC 4 hits. I need to remember, Flynn, you will earn bonus XP on that, Flynn, won't you? Because you'll earn 5 XP per hit die per level.
And they are large creatures, did you say?
Do I? I'm not a fighter, technically.
Oh, is that only? Maybe it's only bards that do that. Let me check.
It might be a Dark Sun thing for bards.
Thief.
Bards have like an extra XP for killing things.
Yeah, they are large creatures. I deal 10 damage! Whoa!
Oh, this is... Yeah.
Bastard sword versus a large creature is monstrous.
It has 12.
Oh, I didn't one-shot it, no.
No.
This is unfortunate, because it saved me.
So, next turn. Is everyone apart from the Mage, you're at -2? Is everyone else doing the same stuff, or?
I'm going to run away, because I've got 1 hit point left.
Coward!
Yep, I will cowardly run away, because I will die.
Okay, if I live, you're getting court-martialed.
I'm just going to move back out of the front line. Like, I don't think that's an outrageous thing to do when you're on 1 hit point.
There's only one of them left.
Yeah, and it's gonna kill me. Alright, fine, I'll stick around, I'll attack.
Yeah. Look, we just need to beat it on initiative, and we'll be fine.
This is a terrible game.
This is Jamie's initiative, so beat my 3.
Oh no!
I'm also going to move over to the Yeti to attack. 5.
Okay, they're going at 9 in that case.
Oh.
So in that case, the Major doesn't go because he is knocked out. But Flynn going at the same time?
Can someone heal me?
Soon. Flynn, you're going simultaneous to it, and it can attack 4 people. Hasn't what? I will randomise your attacks. North, south, east, west. South. Oh no. It will attack Xeethra or Tom. Sorry, or smell blood. So Flynn, you get to attack simultaneous to it, killing Xeethra.
To be fair, if I'm going by segment, I'll be over to it by the time it attacks.
Yeah. It's going to miss. Xeethra lives.
Oh.
Because that's AC. That's Xeethra. Sorry, I just want to really kill your character, Jamie. I don't know. This is getting confusing.
Yeah.
Tom.
I guess I'd start moving at the time it attacks. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So that hits AC 6. Tom.
I'm okay if it's 86. Yeah, I'm 85, so...
Flynn, you are simultaneously striking it. Nope. Xeethra and Tom, you can attack.
11, which is probably not... What am I hitting on 11? AC8 or something? AC7?
Yeah, that misses.
Yeah.
No Xeethra. Okay, Gil and Flynn.
Well,
your fighters have contributed how much damage?
Is it none?
They've soaked up the opponent's attacks.
Gil misses. Oh,
I did my job.
We all miss.
Well, I guess I'm dead again.
Tom,
you don't die at -3 when you're bleeding out.
Tom, are you specialised? Simon, is your character specialised?
Not paying attention because you're calling me Tom. I'm like,
yeah, it's confusing.
Yeah, it's my character. So I shouldn't have called him more sensible name.
I call him Thumb.
Specialised in what way? Yeah, Thumb might be better.
A weapon specialisation.
Yeah, I'm weapon specialised. I'm specialised in scimitar. Yeah.
Oh, well, then you missed an attack last round. You're on a 2 attack rounds now, I think.
Okay, yeah, cool. Yes, I should be paying more attention.
Andrew has... Yeah, what were we going to say? Sorry, go for it.
I also get +1 damage that I didn't take earlier on because I'm not really paying attention. And +1 attack.
+1 to hit and +2 to damage.
Yeah, +1 to hit and +2 to damage.
If you could hit. You haven't got very close to hitting yet, so that hasn't been close.
Yeah.
Okay, Simon. Beat my 5. Win for the team.
4.
Ooh.
Quite a big swing there. Flynn, your attack. Your first attack, your rapier. No. Fighters, redeem yourself. Simon and Jamie, roll your attacks.
Finally!
And that would be +2 damage on each. So that's what?
He does 15 damage.
15 damage. Huzzah!
Yeah. Thumb decides it's time to eviscerate this creature. And just with his long sword, probably just hacks it into... Like, it's sort of like cutting down a tree. He cuts into one side and then into the other, and then kind of pushes it. So it falls over. Thumbs up. Yep.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, before we get too distracted by anything else, we have 2 potions, a red and an amber one, and I can't remember which is a healing potion.
Nice.
Jam them both in my mouth.
No, we don't want to do that.
There's a potion miscibility table for a reason, Andrew. Please do that.
Please do it. Make a cocktail.
My instinct is... I don't know, either could be healing, because I suspect one's healing and the other's probably, like, heroism or something.
Just for the chat, Alex and Andrew played D&D with me for 5.5 years. And in fact, Alex played for longer than that. Alex played for about 6.5 years, and he does not know what colours potions
He
are.
normally does. I'm pretty sure he's normally done amber for health. He might change them around occasionally to be an ass between games. I don't know.
There's probably a reason I can't tell, because I'm sure healing's almost always red, but it's D&D, so the rules need not apply.
I'm sure he's normally done amber for healing, because I always found that weird.
Okay, I will shove the amber potion.
Why don't you?
Okay, that's it.
It doesn't immediately get me up. We can just assume. I was going to say, if it doesn't immediately get me up, just shove the other one in.
You've drunk a healing potion.
Oh, thank God.
Roll for a healing potion.
How much is the healing potion in this?
Is it?
Hello?
It is a D8 plus 1?
I think I was checking for the plus
or it might just be a D8. No, Cure Wounds is a D8, I think.
Yeah, it is better than that.
Oh,
2d4 plus 2. No, 2d4 plus 2, in fact.
Oh, well.
So you keep the 8. That's plus 2. So your 10, which takes you to 8, doesn't it?
No, because I only have a max of 7.
Oh, max of 7. Sorry, yeah. Great, the Major is up. You're walking wounded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should go back to the ship to get Stype to heal anyone else who needs it. Which is I think just Tom, was it?
Thumb, yeah.
Thumb.
Thumb.
Yeah, we're going Thumb.
Thumbelino, dude.
That was what the name he was bullied with at elf school.
And now it's the only name
Owen
he
is
knows.
memorably wrong about his health potion colours.
Okay, so does that mean that red is heroism, or might red be something else?
I haven't the faintest idea.
I guess if we weren't, so busy and having just murdered a man, we might have gone to, find someone to figure it out.
Yeah, you did basically get
where we got
mercenaries.
Well, we got in a fight with
That's where we got these.
Yeah, I think the potions were on the body of the fucked up one. The like undead, whatever it was.
Technically, he wasn't undead. We checked that, I'm sure.
Well, whatever.
Or maybe he was undead, but not. He was weird.
Yeah.
And we killed him.
Yeah.
Unless we didn't kill him.
Yeah, you got a gold pendant.
I've got
some gold pieces, engraved and jeweled axe.
Yeah, the bedazzled
amber potion, red potion.
Yeah. That chunky gold chain he had was worth like 1,100 gold or something apparently.
Yeah.
And
that would have been a very nasty encounter. It still was actually a bit dicey.
Yeah.
But you kind of just you learned from your own experiences in the Underdark with colour spray.
Colour spray is a good spell.
Yeah. So I just that's from Gil.
So I can't really do anything now for like. What's the rule? Like a week or something?
You need a week of bed rest. I mean, you can do things, you just can't fight.
Yeah, you can carry stuff, and you can use your non-weapon proficiencies.
You can talk, and that is the most important thing.
I think you could carry a torch.
Yeah, you can torch there.
You can hurl insults.
Oh, could you buy a bear to be your torch bear?
Well, speaking of torch bears and bears, is there anything on the bugbears? I assume they're bugbears. Given they are massive and furry. Really?
They're not bugbears.
Huh.
He said 10 foot tall and they're large. That's
I mean, bugbears are
They're
pretty
large.
tall.
bugbear.
They have white
big-
fur.
I mean, he said shaggy white fur as well, so
I
I'm
don't
thinking
know,
Morlocks, which I don't know if they're a thing, but they sound like Morlocks.
Wait, should we just
Morlocks.
like make sure that they're not like people wearing costumes?
Oh god, we killed fairies.
To be fair, they attacked us first, and also to be fair, they deserve it. They were-
Righteous genocide.
They're not like
No.
like a convention.
It's a hate crime.
I don't think we're going to get banned from YouTube for being mean to furries.
So yeah, you can inspect the corpses. They do not appear to be wearing fursuits.
Could we make them into fursuits?
The Major has got interest that some would consider unnatural.
Wait, what was the lizard guy? Lizard.
Fussful, yeah.
Fussful. That sounds like something Fussful would suggest.
Whether this gets demonetized or not, it definitely should be.
You told me that the only thing I was allowed to do now was talk.
Yeah.
This is on you.
Yeah. Mistakes were made.
Do they have anything?
Tom turns with his scimitar towards the Major. An Anakin Skywalker-like rage fills his eyes. Yep. So,
Yeah, do they have like anything on them?
let me check.
Does the fur look like it make for a really nice rug?
The fur probably would make a nice rug. That's fair. Yes, they are not carrying anything.
Does anyone feel bold enough to see if they've like eaten anything weird? You know, they didn't seem particularly smart, so maybe they'd have like eaten rocks.
If you insist, I guess I may still. I can do that, I guess, but you won't be able to use them as a rug afterwards.
That's fine.
I don't think we actually wanted to use them as a rug. I'm
Okay,
not sure
I guess if someone just holds them up by the wall, I can just sort of ram them repeatedly and see if anything comes out.
Well, I was just going to suggest we
Why do you need to
cut
do
open
that
their
rather than
belly.
cutting it open?
Yeah.
Because I only have a bastard sword, and I think that's a
The
not
Major
really
is like,
surgical
don't worry, we'll
implement.
inspect his bowels by me, like, prolapsing the bowel.
Or we could just borrow Flynn's dagger and just cut open the belly.
Well, if any of you bought surgical tools, feel free to use them.
Flynn has a dagger!
Daniel says in the comments, the game has veered in an entirely unexpected direction.
He's not been watching for very long then, has
Sorry,
he?
how is your forehead a better surgical tool than a sword?
Precision. I don't know.
Precision.
Andrew, are you
Because I forget that I own a sword sometimes.
Are you concussed in real life or something?
That's understandable. Certainly after the first headbutt, I imagine you feel that way.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, what do you want to do?
Before the Major starts destroying the bodies, Gil will ask Flynn to borrow his
Make a
dagger and
decision.
try
Are you
cutting.
cutting it open? Are you doing
Yeah.
something else? Are you going somewhere?
Knife open carefully, peeling back the skin,
Yeah.
and then try to find some intestines, particularly the large intestine or the stomach.
We're not doing harospicy, or however it's pronounced.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Harospicy?
Harospicy. Yeah, you're not. Yeah, you're looking at guts. Yeah, I assume none of you have healing, so you're very much guessing this would be a. You could probably skin it fine, and then you'd be like, let's look at some organs.
Well, let's just find a belly button and cut through that, and we'll find the stomach and see if there's anything inside it. And if there isn't, then we'll give up on this.
And then we spill the bowels over the floor and work out what our future is, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, if someone had astrology or something, I'd probably let them kind of.
I have heraldry.
As a sub-skill.
Let me. I don't actually have astrology. I've got every other navigation-based skill, but.
Yeah. So yeah, no, you'll cut them open. This is the second turn of your torch, Alex.
Yeah.
That's Andrew gone again. He'll be back in a minute. Yeah, you cut them open, and yeah, in terms of what seems to be there in the guts, what's still visible, there's not lots and lots. There are some very kind of chewy looking, like as in kind of dense looking bits of what look like calamari.
I think we figured out what happened to those tentacles.
By the way, Xeethra, next to you, in terms of people can spend time on this turn if they want to, looking at other things as well. That battle station next to you, there is next to a smashed up catapult. This is behind Xeethra. You can see that there is broken stone and some kind of shattered blister bolts in and around the deck, and the catapult itself, the light catapult here, is smashed. You do also see scattered around the battle deck, the battle station, there is another dead furry, white furry creature like the one you've just slain. There is another dead illithid that's been chewed, and there are 2 other dead humanoids also chewed. This is on that battle deck next to Xeethra.
So they're most likely responsible for the Mind Flayers being dead in the other room as well earlier.
Seems like it.
They may not be responsible for the deaths. They may have just found them dead and eaten them, right? Like they could have been thralls of the Mind Flayers, and then once released, they like scavenge for food.
Possibly, but I think when there are quite a lot of claw marks all over the place in that earlier room.
In that room, yes.
Well, if they're part of the invaders, then why were they left here?
I don't know if you noticed, but they were pretty hardcore. Maybe invaders couldn't get through them.
Maybe they escaped and were originally prisoners, since it doesn't seem as if this ship was very clearly attacked by another ship.
They might have gone feral or whatever. I do not know.
Shall we explore to the right?
Yeah.
Do we want to, or do we think it's worth going back up, getting Stype to heal Thumb, and then continuing exploring?
What kind of damage is Thumb taken?
He's got 1 hit point left.
Yeah, if I can get some healing, that would be pretty good. Basically, if we get ambushed again, I am going to run away.
Yeah, that should be fair at that point. Well, it wouldn't be fair, but you wouldn't be sacrificing my life, so...
No.
Yeah, Thumb looks around and says, guys, look, I'm going to be honest. I will leave you to die.
Yeah. I will abandon all of you.
Do you know what Gil's max hit points are?
My max?
Mine. Yeah, it's 3. Because I'm a wizard with a blasted sword.
You're a wizard. Yes. That's his. You don't stand at the front.
Unfortunately, it's level 1, so I kind of have to.
Well, you definitely have to now.
Yeah.
So, why do you think that? And Gil hasn't been killed for desertion yet. What does that tell you?
That we live in a civilized society that doesn't execute people for reasonable things like fear. We build each other up.
Again.
We build each other up, Major. We are better than the Scrow.
We encourage
Everyone
each other.
gets a participation trophy.
Yeah, make sure to give an encouragement to the person next to you in the circle.
I truly believe you can go forward and die for our cause. Right.
Yeah, I think you should just we should probably just have him go heal.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
I do only have 2 hit points, but I've got pretty good armor class.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's basically your entire front line now because I'm not really going to be helping much due to the, claw marks across most of my guts.
Yeah, we're not going to survive very long if we get into another fight, and we'll survive marginally longer if I am on high health.
We burned through most of our depletion already. We need to restore.
Yeah, I mean, given you've got 7 health, that's a pretty good amount. So, yeah, you can go up. That will be. It's just where you're going, so it's only going to be 1 turn to get up there. I guess you could go out to the upper battle deck, couldn't you, or something like that? Because that's where the star sail was. So you go to there, and then should we assume that it is a cure light wounds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll drop an Horizon on you as well for 1.
So I get.
You're up to 3.
Yeah. Okay.
You're fine.
What health do I have?
You still have an attack. You're fine.
Yeah.
You could be a first level fighter with 3 hit points. That's not completely crazy, to be fair.
Yeah, it's true, but living is.
It's sub-ideal.
You could be a first level cleric with 1 hit point.
Called Willem the Feeble.
Sometimes you roll bad. Most of the time I roll bad.
Why don't you give him the choice
this time,
to roll a new character instead of William the Feeble?
Yes, but I don't know which is funnier right now.
I mean, I would say if Willem the Feeble, I do have in my Greyhawk game, there is a illusionist who I think is just made 3rd. And this is Andrew and Sam. Yeah, it's Sam. Andrew and Alex know him. Sam plays him, and he's like, oh yeah, Fraser's like, I don't really want to level him up. I don't want to spend money if we're prioritizing characters because this guy has like 1 hit point. He's useful, but he's got 1 hit point. He's going to die. He's mostly just like a wand carrier with fog as well. And then Venture's like, no, you're going to get XP capped and etc. So he levels them up. And then I think he rolled 3 and 4 over his last level, so he's now a 3rd level wizard with 8 hit points. Like, that's great. You have like 5 spells, a wand, and 8 hit points. And I think you could just see it's like, oh, okay, that is actually the way this works.
I mean, my solid stat line of sort of average 7 to 9 probably isn't going to improve much with leveling, but
But then
he can still cast healing spells.
Well, that's one thing. Yeah, you can be a platform for doing something. You also got NWPs. We're playing with NWPs. It's absolutely. It's also stats don't really determine a lot of key things you do. As long as your wisdom, in that case, as long as your wisdom is okay, so you don't have a failure chance. Then you can do useful things as a 2nd rank cleric, even if you're not really. It'd be almost better if you're a specialist priest who is a non-combat specialist priest, but then you need stats for that, and you don't have stats. As Alex says, Andrew was offered a reroll.
I don't know, the stats were just so over the top bad across the board that I couldn't throw them away.
Yeah, they're too
it's
bad.
It's like the room of stat lines.
Yeah. They were the Hawk, the Slayer of stat lines.
My character
actually healed up.
So he has -1 magic defense.
At least you're not a caster. In the same Greyhawk game, the Druid, who's a good, useful character, it's 3rd level now, is a shape changer, so it has a very, very good, very useful kit, though narrow, because it's like you can become a small animal 3 times a day at less than 7th level. But she does have like Wiz 12, so you're like, she's good, but she does have a 5% chance of failing any of her spells. Which is non-ideal. But it just means that really she does for the 2nd rank fighting, and she shape changes. That's the main job.
On that note, actually, with the chance of spell failure, is that just for cleric and druid spells, or is it magic user spells?
Yeah, not magic users too. No, not. I don't believe anyway. I've never played it that way. Let's go and find out.
I think that's how it is. I'm just checking.
Say this. Let's get some comments in the chat. If someone has it's a priest with low wisdom score. is to find the person who suffers from that.
I
By
guess.
the way, your question, Flynn, your point earlier about making a sketch. I don't know if that's a joke, but does Flynn actually have like sketching equipment or anything?
You're on mute if you're talking to us, Paige.
No, I don't think I've got anything that could actually.
I got some charcoal.
We'd have to find some paper.
Yeah.
I mean, you have charcoal.
We had that issued before, didn't we? We don't have any paper.
Oh,
that's probably why I made a note saying buy paper.
Yeah.
I have Liskio's manuscript. I can just scribble in the back.
No.
He doesn't need it.
There's that room.
I just want to get a general sketch of what these things look like, so when we get back to the rock, we can research what they are.
Do you realise, Tom, that I deleted your meatball?
So when we get back to civilization, we're all going to have to buy a diary.
Yeah.
I can't write.
You can count.
You can draw pictures in your diary, and put your favourite numbers in there.
I think what you're asking me to buy is an accounting book.
So, what next? Play for another 5 minutes, I guess. Yeah.
Should we go back to the house and then explore to the right?
Back down there, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. You took one turn exploring there. This is your 4th turn of your 2nd course. Deploy yourself as you want, and then let me just.
Who's going to take point now?
I guess I'll keep taking. Well, I'll take point. I wasn't the real, wasn't I? Yeah, I'll take point. We must descend.
There is in this area. Obviously, there's a door there, facing in towards the centre of the battle deck. And then you can also see there are some doors, 3 doors in this eastern corridor.
I'd like to listen to the one at the east. Does anyone else want to do the same at the same turn?
I could listen at a door, yeah.
Oh, is it 3 to a door in 2nd edition, or is it 1 to a door?
Yeah, 3 to a door. It's a 5 foot square. You can. So, Flynn will use his detect noise. Everyone else will, I guess, be a 15% or something plus rate of the bonus for the first. I don't know if elves get a bonus.
I do not. Well, unless I get a bonus, I do not succeed. It has to be a 10% bonus, which I think is unlikely.
No, I don't think so.
Is it the same as how it works in 1st edition?
So it's D100, and elves have 20% chance. Humans will have 15%. Flynn, you'll have whatever your thief has.
Oh, nice. If it is 20%, then.
So Xeethra, who is up against the eastern door, so I guess Flynn is probably against this one, isn't he? Something like that. That splits up towards the doors. Xeethra, you listen and you do hear anything. Let's go check. Yeah. There's no noise through here, no sound. This, by the way, I think this is very good space dungeon music. So yeah, what do you want to do? Thumb and Flynn don't hear anything either way. They can't work out what. Xeethra listens carefully and can't hear anything. Open the door. You open the door? Yep. Yes. Here, it swings open. Inside, you see that I will
I'll open this up. Yes. There we go. You'll see that there is in this room there is a central chair with some sort of skeleton in it. It's got adjustable straps on it. There are more of these 2 foot tall metal cubes around, and there are in niches on the walls. There are in 2 of them there are purple glass, kind of not sculptures, but like decorations. And there's a lot of shattered purple glass all over the place. Otherwise, it appears to be empty.
Well, this must be their very comfortable lounge for their guests, I see. Is there anything on the skeleton?
You see a book on the floor, How to Serve Man.
Is the skeleton just like clean picked, plain, or is it in rags?
You go over and it's got kind of some remains of flesh, bits and pieces of flesh on it, not loads. It has there's probably some scraps of cloth on the floor. The notable thing, apart from some of the bones having been a bit like chewed or scraped, is that the skull has a big hole in the top of it, in the front of it.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear.
Yep, that's been brain sucked.
Yeah, maybe he came here to clear his mind.
If we had a plank, I would make you walk it.
Yeah.
Do it a Michael Ironside's impression instead.
What are these purple glass things? Because the chances of them just being decorative seems low.
They're sort of like, they're sort of, I'm trying to think, you know where like you go to some chain gastro pub and it's got decorations which are like they're flower vases, but they've got a big hole blown in the middle and they go round in a circle, a donut round it, that sort of thing. But weirder, they're kind of contorted and slightly discomforting to look at. Like, in fact, having recently gutted an animal, one of them looks a bit like an intestine, for instance. One of them has kind of ripples on it that remind you of a brain. And there's lots of shattered glass all over the place.
Using my incredibly limited knowledge of artwork, I'm going to assume this is evil artwork.
Well,
do I detect evil on the artwork? Is it evil artwork?
I think the more pertinent question is it valuable artwork? You know, who are we to cast moral judgment over this artwork?
Oh, I can answer that one. I mean, all of the Illithid are dead. Therefore, whichever Illithid painted it is now dead. Therefore, it's more valuable.
Ah.
Is there much of a market for modern art on the Rock of Bra? Or do people like that, you know?
Yeah, there is.
There's lots of rich people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, we know at least one permanently drunk noble.
Yeah.
Yeah, do we think we can convince the Brandy Boys to buy this?
Would it make it more marketable if we said that, like, the image came to us in a dream and then we made it? Or something like that?
No, I think it's more valuable if we say the truth that it has been, you know, reclaimed as salvage and it's got a good story to it, you know?
That's true.
Because it's not like any of us are artists of any kind.
It was reclaimed from a ghost ship.
Yeah.
We found an Illithid Nautiloid drifting in the void, haunted by only the corpses.
I'm a sword artist, thank you. I'm an artist of the blade.
The art is cursed. The only Giff who ever held it was painfully disemboweled on the floor.
I'm not sure that phrase necessarily sells it to me.
But it doesn't need to be
People
sold.
buy cursed things.
Yeah.
Like in the real world, you can go on eBay and look for like cursed objects.
Can
you know, I don't do that in my spare time personally. Sure. Yeah, I think Major Remmington-Smythe should carry the glass. I think that would be a great idea.
Well, I'm not doing much else at the moment, so I may as well.
Hello, yeah, I was just saying, yeah, what are you doing? My voice dropped. Sorry.
We
are
should
claiming the art as salvage.
Yes. We will loot it. Put it in the Mage's bag.
Yep. Cool. Bear in mind the delicacy of them, Andrew, in case you get hit by anything if you're knocked over.
Okay.
I say that so I don't have to think about it afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't have to think about it.
I think we're more worried about the delicacy of Andrew at this point, about the Mage.
Yeah. The Mage, yeah.
I mean, technically after that portion, I think I'm back on full health. I'm just like unable to defend self-state.
Yeah.
Incredible pain.
Yeah. Like I said, I was disemboweled.
Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, we should finish up in a second. What are you setting yourself up to do next?
We've got 2 more rooms on this floor, right? Or 2 more doors. So I guess
3 more doors.
Oh, 3 more.
Yes.
Well,
there.
Yeah.
2 below, 1 above. Where we currently are.
Yeah, should look through those.
Yeah.
Great. No, that's fine. And Alex, do you have your time tracked on the torch for next time?
Yes, I've written that on my sheet. Two turns remaining.
Yeah, great. Probably our expectation is, I don't know, is that we'll have Stype next time as well. Tom should be back, so you will have your cleric with you as well, albeit he has used Stype last TW or is on. Yeah, he might. I don't know what else Tom had memorised, hence why I was cautious about casting his stuff. But he'll have 2. I think he's got 2 extra spells, so he might well have another CLW as well, which would be probably helpful for the party. Cool. Okay then. Thanks people for tuning in, and we will. I think it's next week we're back, isn't it? It's the 21st. Is that right? Or is it 20th?
I think that's what we had started. Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
22nd. Yes. In that case. So I'm just I will end it in a second. It's done that thing that it just refuses to let me end the stream. Like the stream has to continue forever. Everyone has to stay online until they die.
This is the stream that never ends.
It's a charity stream, but we are the people who need the charity. The stream just doesn't end.
The charity is finding me a place to live.
Like continuously falls.
Right. That should have ended. Yeah.